Hello and welcome to Radiantly Rooted with Rachel. We have been on quite a journey over these last few videos in my inner spring cleaning series. We have cleared the lint trap, we've plugged those energy leaks, and we've practiced the art of unclenching. But I know a question that may be on your mind. Sure, this feels great today, Rachel, but how do I keep this going when life gets crazy and loud again? And so today I'm sharing a vital piece of the puzzle. It's not about finding more time. Wouldn't that be nice, though? Instead, it's about shifting your daily rituals from obligations to things that actually nourish you. It's about shifting your habits into something that actually supports not only the woman that you are now, but also the person that you're becoming. Now, in my Align framework, the final step is nourishment. And for most high achieving women, we try to manage our time with strict rules or rigid habits, right? I've tried them all. But that's often just another way to be a tough boss on yourself. So there's a quote I love that says something like, the world will constantly try to tell you that this is important and that is important, and you must do this and you must do that. But if you listen closely, your soul will tell you that only one thing is truly important: to be at home in yourself. So instead of more rules, want to invite you to look at your rituals because those are the things that actually lead you back home. Now, a ritual is simply a routine with more soul. I like to think of them as a series of anchor points throughout your day that remind you who you are before the world starts demanding things from you. Now, over the last few episodes, I've been sharing my spring reset guide with you. So if you don't have that yet and you would like it, you can get it at rachelhupp.com/spring. But if you do have it, go ahead and look at step 4, anchor one gentle shift. It's on page 9. And this isn't about a 10-step morning routine. It's about picking one tiny habit. Maybe it's taking 2 minutes to fully savor your tea or feeling your feet on the ground, really feeling that connection before you open your email and making that touch point your anchor. Now, for me, this looks like my Zen morning ritual. Even if my to-do list is crazy long, I like to take just a few minutes to breathe and remember that I am safe and supported. So here's my personal practice. First thing I do when I wake up is I take 3 deep breaths. And the first one, I imagine cleansing my body. The second one, I imagine cleansing my mind. The third one, I imagine cleansing my spirit. Then I think of 3 things that I'm grateful for. The first 3 things that come to mind, just to get my mind into that practice of abundance and gratitude. And then I set an intention for the day. It might be a word or a short phrase for how I want to feel, how I want to show up, and who I want to be. And then I'll stretch a little bit. If I have more time, I'll stretch a lot, maybe do a full yoga practice. But I can do that whole routine in just a couple of minutes. And so when I skip this ritual, I find that by noon, by lunchtime, I'm on edge and I can feel my patience thinning and that tightness, that tension, that clenching start to take over. But when I honor that ritual, I feel much more rooted. That one small shift in my routine creates a ripple effect that changes how I handle everything else as I move throughout the day. And so that's why I wanted to share this with you, because even though it's simple, it's powerful. You can absolutely take the lessons from these 5 episodes and start building these rituals on your own. And I hope that you will. But these episodes are really just the spark. If you are craving a dedicated space to go deeper, a sanctuary where you're not doing this work in isolation, that's exactly why I created Radiantly Rooted, the foundation of self-trust. Because that's what this is really about. It's not just about cleaning out a lint trap. It's about rebuilding the relationship you have with yourself. It's about learning to hear your own voice above the noise of everyone else's expectations. It's about finding that version of you that might have been lost somewhere along the way. Now, in this program, I weave together time-tested yoga wisdom like the 8 limbs of yoga and the chakra system with my Align framework, and we use those 8 limbs as a roadmap home to yourself, layering in subtle energy work to help you find that balance between the feminine and masculine energies that tend to get so out of whack when we're in hustle mode. This program is a self-paced journey. Now, I suggest working through the lessons over about 3 months to really let that foundation of trust take root. We move from that survival mode into a life where you actually trust your own yes and your own no. And if you're anything like me, you know by now that it's not a quick fix. We take the time, we create the space mindfully with intention, we go deep. So if you've felt a shift over the last few weeks, and if you're ready to make that feeling more permanent, I would be so honored to have you join us. You can find all the details and register over at rachelhupp.com/radiantly rooted. And I just want to thank you so much for trusting me with your time and your energy over this series. And remember, you're not behind, you're exactly where you need to begin. I'll see you in the next episode, and I've got some very special guests coming up for you soon. So stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to Radiantly Rooted with Rachel. If this episode brought you a little more clarity, grounding, or inspiration, I'd love it if you shared it with a friend or left a quick review. It really helps more women find this space and feel supported on their own path. And if you are craving more soulful support, head on over to rachelhupp.com to join my email list. That's where I send free resources, gentle guidance, and invitations to go deeper. Until next time, trust yourself and root in to what matters. Because the life you want, it starts by coming back home to you.